I have 195 subscribers now, which is really amazing. I never thought that my YouTube videos would be so successful, but they appear to have gone down, yeah, really quite well with people online. So I thought I would do not a celebratory video as such at this point, this moment, since I think the kind of the landmark will be 200 subscribers if I get to that, which I hopefully will. I'm going to get down to some poetry in this video, and I'm going to read you a couple of my poems, I think, just to kind of, because I've forgotten to do the poem of the day for a few days in a row, and I thought, yeah, I'd show you now some of my poetry. So this one is one I've literally just written. This is called Erda, and it goes like this. Lo, here to transition and talk of gods, no earnestness for the suns and moons that went speaking to the all-planetary wilds, the wild, wild urges of ancient man and beast, spoken into the void uncaring, crying dissolutely in rending spaces of harmony the figures of form, grace, the enlightened mind, and the starry wheel air rotating to present a tale to the bewitched, the night watchman, the medicine man, and the chief, while in old gloamings past and future enter to the great atelier, the seamless stars sepulchred and frozen in their spin, to want more than wanting and waning wan upon this cradle of earth. Here in the night time we go haunting, and in low tones speak to the spirits of life. I don't. Yeah, I mean, there's eidolons in that one. Clearly, there's Whitman's ideas of, yeah, the ateliers, the factories divine issuing eidolons. That's very much influenced by. Well, yeah, that very much influences this poem, I think. Yeah. Lo at the beginning, lo I or you, or woman, man or state, known or unknown, we seeming solid wealth, strength, beauty, build. That's very much Whitman-esque as well. A lot of my poems actually are quite inspired by Walt Whitman. As I'm sure you can tell, that has been a huge influence on me, as has William Butler Yeats, as has T.S. Eliot, as has Dylan Thomas, as has James Fenton, in fact. Yeah, I've had numerous. I always forget William Butler Yeats whenever I'm asked who my favourite poets are, but he's probably the number two spot next to Walt Whitman. If I, dare sort of put the two side by side or put one above the other, really. But yeah, I'm going to do one more poem for you now. This is called Woe Had Daggers for Eyes. And it goes like this. Gibbering on in loud stretches, the lunatic's vacuum void sits here like a shroud, and all pleasant moments recede in the loud, loud trains of the chorus he etches. Maimed and unreceiving of wits, the madman's passion is one of fire and play, and all monuments here that darken the day come about in his unerring fits. Am I stretched upon the tide? Am I doomed to death in woe here dawning? Out of the blues stretch I hear the sonic mourning, even though I still choose to hide. And death comes gloomy to me, woe, that phantasm comes here along to bloom, and never waking, no, not here, not too soon, I'll drive away all my misery. So there's that as well, just in case you liked it. I don't know if you like it or not. Please like it. Yeah, I don't know often if my poetry goes down very well or not, but it is what it is. It's the best I can do. I might not be a William Butler Yeats or a Walt Whitman, but I've written some poetry in my time. I think some of it is quite good, or reasonably good poetry. I've been told it's excellent by a friend of mine, so there's that. So I think it must be. Yeah, but no one wants to publish it, unfortunately, which is a big source of disappointment in my life. I wish some of it got published. I'll read one more for you just to round off this video, I think. This is called Music Modes Enchanted. No more levels, no more jazz and nonsense here in the screed, writing my deeds on the wall of the crazy house. Here I'm someone, out there in the wild and wicked world I'm nothing. And surprise, surprise, one finds oneself institutionalized and managed by the higher power that we call God or the universe. The mental hospitals are God also, so are the prisons, and so are the staff of prisons. We have to remember that as well in our dealings, and cut ourselves brief to the parachute cuts, dare we step out of line again, and manage day by day our idiosyncratic selves without help from the Almighty. How does he help you? Were you not from the beginning in need of love and friendship, the kindnesses of others? And yet you find yourself bound in environs where that's all there is. You found yourself eventually at the zenith of human mercy for your own wretched soul. And being merciful, God will kill us all in the end. God puts age upon us and takes us out of the game by hook or by crook. None gets last forever, and I think it's regrettable we should ever desire something so misguided as life eternal. Wish for eternal life, you might as well wish for eternal suffering. Days and in all my reflection I lean on this and wonder to the open sky. Why does my faith ponder to the complex and the visionary when I am no such thing? A small pocket of skin with nothing about me that's extraordinary. I don't know, perhaps I felt the challenger rising, or the great hero in his wrath taking all by his side, defeating the world or defeating all evil. And the evil in the world, that's God's doing as well, and I failed to see how he frames his defence for that. Worms burrowing into eyeballs, or the evils of poverty, the brutality of man over man. He'll say he gave us free will to apply our medicine and share our resources. He'll say he gave us minds and tongues to persuade evildoers, to speak to evildoers and to persuade them to put down their weapons. So much love, so much hatred also, and above it all an empty sky. We go while we lie, and it moves through all of us like music, the slow beat of the world. Yeah, that was written after a rejection from from a literary magazine for my poetry. Yes, just in kind of like feeling like hope in a hopeless sort of state, wondering why the world is punishing me and all this sort of thing and this nonsense. But yeah, a passionate bit of verse, nonetheless, or free verse, or whatever you like to call that one, not rhymed as such, but twanging with rhyme here and there, I think. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 wee whittle poems of mine, all wrapped up in this video, I think, just about now. That's not all the poetry I've been writing recently. If you want more of my poetry, you can follow me on medium.com. Please do if you haven't already. And I will see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Bye bye, love you lots.